Good afternoon on what is a bright, clear and mild day, although quite blustery. It is Tuesday, February the 1st. I'm back in the Read Nook with some parcels and of course a nice hot cup of tea. And I'm going to dig into this box just one last time for one final item. So in here, what this box actually is, just to show you, the HeroQuest system, the new version published by Hasbro through their Avalon Hill line. Always good to come across Avalon Hill, being back in print. Previously I have pulled out the Keller's Keep quest pack, and the next one is, let's have a look, is the Return of the Witchlord quest pack. Now these expand upon the core game, they give more adventures, more quests, more miniatures, and as I said, yeah, from Avalon Hill, always good to see that on a game, because you know, you basically sense a nostalgia about some of the classic games that have been published under that name in the past. But this, essentially, Return of the Witchlord and Keller's Keep were the original expansions for HeroQuest when it was back when it was a cooperative product between Milton Bradley and Games Workshop, and these would add essentially further content which you would just bolt onto the core game, use the core rules and all of the bits and pieces in the core game. So these are the first that they brought out. Hopefully they bring out more. Let's have a look. Return of the Witchlord. The cruel Witch Lord survived the great battle and sought refuge in his subterranean fortress. Soon he will have recovered enough strength to lead his mutant army in a vengeful attack against the realm. You must journey across the barren lands and confront the Witch Lord. Beware, his fortress is filled with legions of vile monsters and deadly traps. The evil Witch Lord awaits your arrival. Revisit the rich story of HeroQuest with Return of the Witch Lord, an exciting expansion in which you must destroy the Witch Lord who hides from the light of day with his army of the undead. With 10 exciting quests, 16 finely detailed monsters, full colour tales, Return of the Witchlord continues your HeroQuest adventure. So, as you can see, you've got more of these doors and zombies and skeletons there. That's where I put the knife. Let's see if we can grab that and get this open. And this time, I will try not to spill the miniatures on the floor, because that seems to be something I always do when I'm opening these box sets. Okay, so and what we've got inside, first of all, is we've got the quest book. And that is, again, it says I'm not a huge, as I said before, not a huge fan of the portrait format for these books, but I can see why they did it, because essentially when you've got it open, you've got the plan on the top and then explanation of the essentially everything on the quest down below. So it is functional rather than easy to read. You've got a guide to all of the potions that the characters can consume between adventures. Before we get into the actual quests themselves, a description of the contents. There we go. Return to the Witchlord with a message from the mentor. There we go. And the first of the quests with the Gate of Doom. So obviously you've got, essentially you can see how this is making use of the core board. In the HeroQuest box sets, you've got all these spaces you're not using, and you're just using a limited amount of space. So it points to the flexibility of the design of these adventures. You know, they would really make sure that there was plenty of variation and so on And this gets more, you can see how that variation goes with when they're adding terrain in, like the stairs and the circular feature room, and you know, basically giving it some modularity. But, so even more slightly open area there, side passage, halls of vision. Okay, so all the way down to, you get down to the Halls of the Dead. And all the way down to the last quest, to the court of the Witch Lord himself. At the end we have conclusion and a guide, the reference guide for all of the artifacts referenced in the game. And then below that you have the cardboard sections for play with more room features and so on. Like this, basically there's the court of the Witch Lord, I'm presuming, and coffins and the round circular room earlier, and you put those down and lay out, you lay those down and then they become the features. And then I'm holding on to this so don't fall out. So you can see I have dropped the cards, so I told you I would something, but it's not miniatures. I didn't drop the miniatures. So let me just get it down. See, it's all live. Also basically, and that won't be edited out. So as you can see, you've got another couple of door sections. So one with a foul skeleton skull on it, one with some kind of eye there, and then we have, let's see if I can get this, doesn't work, go on, it's supposed to see. Yeah. So you've got mummies, you can see by the bandaging, and I think that looks to be zombies. So not actually as wide a variety of miniatures in this expansion. The previous expansion at Quest for Callous Keep, I'll just show you. In comparison, you'll see just the variety of different miniatures on there on the back. Really, here you only got the 3 types. So yeah, there's the skeleton with scythe. And then, of course, you've got cards. Where did I put those? So cards. Just undo those. So we've got a mixture of equipment. It is a bit blowy, as I say. So we've got a mixture of equipment cards and the artifact cards, and so the equipment, you have things. Let me just let's. I'm getting it. So equipment, potions of battle and dexterity, restoration, Venomouth antidote. And the artifacts include, you've got anti-poison quill, that's a armband of healing, dust of disappearance, okay, magical throwing dagger. So there's a bit of repetition between the 2 sets, I would point out, but you've got everything essentially in here in which you want to play an adventure, mini campaign of HeroQuest. So that is Return of the Witch Lord, a reprint of the classic expansion for the HeroQuest, now redone for the HeroQuest system from Hasbro via at Avalon Hill. available from the nearest stockist, and at some point I will review all of this because I'm really looking to get into it, and I'm really hoping to try and to play it and see how good it is, because actually I've never played HeroQuest, certainly not this version of HeroQuest, or indeed the old one. I have played a role-playing game called HeroQuest, but I've never played this, and I know, I do kind of like dungeon bash games like this. So anyway, thank you very much for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, please do click on the like button down below, and of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with basically a package and a book or a game, which I will unpack and talk about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do hit that subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook soon. Bye for now.